Good afternoon. Did I mention the honorary captain earlier in the week? I have not. Okay, that's what I told the PR guy, but no, it's a joke. Honorary captain is Riley Reef this week, which we're excited about. Just had his birthday earlier in the week. He wouldn't tell me how old he was, but he's excited about it. We call him the big sheriff around here, so we're excited about having him. Excited to be back home, in Soldier Field with the fans, and obviously Packer Week. We're excited about that as well. As you guys can see, I got my shoes out here. My cause, my shoes, of course, not cleats, but it's proud to represent the Zacharias Sexual Abuse Center. And really what's the Z Center is, it seeks to provide quality, comprehensive, client-centered services for survivors of sexual assault and abuse. And it really takes the survivors from here to healing. And they got a lot of educational programs there. My wife, Kelly, visited there a few weeks back and just blown away with their services and the whole Z Center. So that's my cause, my cleats for me. So with that, I'll open up to questions.
Anything else that you want to say about why you chose that or why that is an important cause to you?
Yeah, it's just been an important part for our whole family, really. We think that's it's really not, people don't pay much attention to it. We really think that it should be paid attention to. And it's in everybody's, everybody's family has some sort of it, from a certain, a relative or a family member, a sister, whoever that is. And I think we all acknowledge it affects everybody. And we want to be representing that and supporting that, and that's why.
For a while, it was looking like Fields was trending towards a full week of limited practices. Obviously, he got 2 full practices in the past couple days. What changed on Thursday that made him?
Yeah, exactly. It was great. It's a great question, and what it is, it's just progress. When you mobility and strength. And then with the medical staff, they look at him. He's gaining mobility, strength. He feels more confident, and it goes from limited to full, and that's what happened. And he feels good. Had a good practice again today, so we're excited about where he is.
Are you able to tell us that he will start Sunday?
Looks right. If it keeps going the way it is, the last 2 days, it's a green light. So that's what we're looking at.
Is it a correct understanding that you guys don't think there's much, if any, risk of him further damaging this?
Yeah, obviously when a player plays, and first and foremost, our first, priority is player safety, number one. So right now he feels and we feel that the mobility and strength is there for him to protect himself, and he feels like he's 100% ready to go.
What's the energy that gives the group at large to see him kind of persevere through these last 10, 11 days and then get himself ready to play in a game like this?
Yeah, it's great. Obviously when you get your starting quarterback back, and a guy that's electric like that and, makes a lot of plays for our football team, it's obviously a big boost in the arm, to the whole football team. And guys are excited out there, not only the offensive guys, but the defense and special teams. Everybody's excited that he's out there moving around and being himself, and certainly missed him last week. So, yeah, exciting.
With Trevor listed as out, confirming Peterman would be the backup, number 3.
Yes, yep. Yeah, so Trevor is elected to do surgery on his oblique, so he's going to be moving to IR. And Peterman will be the backup for the game.
That would be season ending?
Oh, yeah, yes. Mm-hmm.
What can you make of David's performance on Sunday? Even at the end when the score was out of hand, it seemed like he was running hard the way he always does.
Yeah, really good, really good. Great observation, and I think that, we pointed that out, because I always show plays that we need to improve on and plays we did well, and he was a big part of that, the plays we did well. The way he ran, of course that takes blocking, but he did a wonderful job of breaking a lot of tackles with his aggressive style, and certainly we're excited about his performance last week.
When you play a team that gave up 363 rushing yards 5 days ago, do you talk about that to your players? Do you say, look, we can do well in this regard, or do you try not to bring it up just to not skew?
Yeah, I think you look at the whole body of work when you're studying an opponent. You look at if you're looking at an offense, you look at the whole body of work, and same with a defense. You look at how they defend the run, how they tackle, how they support, from A to Z, and I think you do it with all teams.
Right.
Riley obviously is a captain, but is he trending in the direction where you feel like he's had a good week of practice coming back?
Yeah, we feel good about it. We do. We really do. He's been really resting and getting himself there. He was out there today, and, so we'll see where it goes, but we feel pretty good where he is.
To the two rookie DBs, what's your just level of concern personally for guys obviously going through this for the first time and being out for a long stretch here with head injuries?
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but you got to go by the protocol. You got to do that, and I think it's the right thing to do. You got to, and really it's about going through the procedures and making sure the player is being, honest with his assessment, and then he has to go through this cognitive tests and, do all those things, and they got to pass those hurdles, and the NFL has that in for a reason. So I know those guys are disappointed they didn't make it through, but that's where it is.
Would Simeon, did he just play through a lot of pain on Sunday, or did it get worse as we went on? How did he go from being able to play to now needing surgery?
Yeah, I mean, it was, he got the MRIs and all that stuff, and, with the doctors, and they said that you could could do surgery, and he elected to do it. He wants to, going forward, wants to be able to, zip the ball, and I think that's a big part of it. Obviously, the oblique is a big part of throwing the pass, so, yeah, I don't know if if he re-injured it or whatever that was, when he dove, or I'm not sure of the timetable there.
Because you didn't do any testing on it before the game started, because it was like.
Right, yep, it was just right there, so, yep.
With Justin, he, at this point, has a history of playing through pain going back to college.
Yeah.
What have you learned about his willingness to play through pain, and what kind of, have you noticed that sending any kind of message to the rest of your locker room?
No, it's whenever you show grit and toughness, you can show that a lot of different ways. Quarterbacks throw that, do that through really, staying in the pocket, being tough, in there and sometimes taking hits, and he's certainly done that. He's shown grit and toughness throughout the whole year, and then his ability to come back this fast from injury and be able to go out there and play is a big boost for our offense, and it shows the kind of guys that we want. We want guys that are tough, that are physical, and again, he's been medically cleared to play, and he's 100%. Going forward, we'll see where it goes. Hopefully, it keeps trending that way, and go from there.
In your experience coaching, when the quarterback shows that willingness, does that resonate?
Yeah, I think that quarterback position is, it's, both ways. When you get a quarterback that is tough, that performs well, that's always a big boost in the arm for our whole football team. And I think that, going through you look at the league, it's that way. The team rises up with the quarterback. When he performs well, you rise up. And I think it's just the nature of the position.
As long as it's safe for him to play, is it instructive or helpful for Justin to play through injury and know that's going to be part of your life in the NFL?
Yeah, I mean, he's done that, through his career. Like you just said, he's done that. I think he's obviously very tough. But he knows his body. He knows when he can go and when he can't, and he feels good this week. But that's always a positive when a guy can, go through some things. You're going to go through issues as a quarterback, through the course of your career, and this is just one of them that he has to go through.
Will Elijah Hicks be the next man up with Brisker out? And if so, what's your level of concern with an inexperienced safety against a guy like Rodgers, who's made a career of taking advantage of players like that?
Yeah, I mean, just it's next man up, like you said, Mark. It's really just, the guys did a nice week of practice. Elijah had a good week of practice, and it'll be him and, DHC in there, of course, and we'll see how it goes. But the guys did a nice job, throughout the week of practice for sure.
Where have you seen Justin improve in obvious passing situations? As a defensive coach, I'm sure you love getting a team into an obvious passing situation. Mm-hmm. How have you seen him navigate that and get better at probably the toughest thing to do as a quarterback?
Yeah, I would say that, you just talking about like drop back pass or
and the other team knowing that that's all you're going to.
Yeah, like so you're like 3rd and 10 you're saying or something like that. Yeah, I would say that, he's improved. He's improved that way. You can see it in his fundamentals. You can see it in his confidence. You can see it in the way he delivers the ball and the timing of it, the rhythm of it. And you can see that every day in practice. We've been seeing it for a long time. You're starting to see it in the games, and he's, continuing to improve.
Amid his success this year, he's obviously done a lot of really good things. Have you seen a continued approach from him of that he has not arrived, that there is much more that he wants to do?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. He's trying to improve every single day. He knows that there's a lot ahead of him, in terms of improvement. He wants to take that jump, that leap here in these next few games.
Even though over the past few weeks, defense has given up a lot of points, looks like you guys are doing a better job of getting a lot of guys running to the football, swimming to the football.
Yeah.
Do you think that that's, increased buy-in as the year has gone on with your principles, or is that just as the year has gone on and you've drilled it, you've worked on it, it's starting to take shape and starting to show up?
Yeah, that's obviously part of our HITS principle. The effort part of it is the first piece, and that's a big part. And like I said before, I think I said it last week. We're laying foundation for not just this year, but obviously laying foundation for our organization, how we're going to operate in the future, now and in the future. So that's a huge component of it. We look at that probably more than most, I would think, and that's always going to be something we emphasize.
Now that Trevor's season's over, what did you appreciate about him in hitting that role to back up to Justin this year? And I mean, what did he get credit for that maybe we don't see on the?
Yeah, he was great. Of course I'm in all those meetings, and he was outstanding. Supportive, talking plays out, talking things out in the meeting. This is how he sees it. What about this? What about that? Giving suggestions. Super smart, great teammate. Always, encouraging to Justin and everybody in the room. And he was a joy to be around. And is an excellent pro.
I saw him out there on the field today. Is he still going to be around to do all that despite the surgery?
Yeah, I think so. We'll have to talk to him and talk to the doctors, but it's kind of that. I'll ask those guys and see where they are with it.